Hey there, happy day 1003 of What's She Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition from the brick and mortar world to the online world. And I do things with weird Disney characters like this when I'm talking about long in the tooth. Today's idiom was long in the tooth. And since my little horse, which this idiom is actually about, is from the barnyard, talking about how when horses get older, their gums recede, just like human beings a little bit, and their teeth appear longer. And so that was a way of describing old age or people getting older. And since my little horse is COVID compliant and being safe during these chaotic, crazy year and times, I used this little Disney guy to demonstrate teeth. And I forgot his name. Goofy, right? Goofy? Yeah, Goofy Pluto. Couldn't remember if he was Goofy or Pluto, but either way, he's a dog with long teeth. Obviously, I need my granddaughter around. I need to spend more time with the kids. We actually got that at Disney World with the kids in Florida. I don't know, probably in the 90s. Would have been in the 90s. Early 80s. Late 90s, early 80s. No, it could have been not the 80s. It had to be the 90s. It was the 90s or the early 2000s. Boy, definitely off today. I need more coffee. So, challenges. Of course, I'm working on my challenges. I've got 2 going on, and Supersize Your Business isn't really a challenge. It's just a way I share content every day by going through and sharing an idiom. An idiom is an expression. It's a collection of words that mean something different together than they mean individually. So long in the tooth actually literally came from meaning, long teeth, but being old or aged doesn't have anything to do with any of the words long in the tooth. And so idioms are fun. I started doing this, 603 days ago, a little over that, because I didn't start counting right off the bat. I started counting after I thought, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to have to keep track because there's only 600 in this book I'm using. So how am I going to keep track? And what's interesting is I'm at day 603 and I've got probably 30 more in the book that I flagged the pages with Kleenex, of course, so I can use them again, that I didn't cover yet. And it's interesting how I picked and chose. Maybe I'll do a lessons learned from sharing 600 idioms or 650 idioms with people when I'm done at the end. I like to, when I wrap something up, share the lessons I learned by doing it. So when I did my Women's Summit, I did a recap of how I did it, what I did, what worked, what didn't work, lessons learned. And I like to do that with everything. At the end of each challenge, I like to do a summary day. And then after that, on my own, I don't always, and I don't usually share that, I do lessons learned. What did I learn through this run of the challenge, particularly right now, the Get Up and Go challenge? Today was day 27, and it was all about washing your dirty mind with soap, because soap is our framework for change. It's our framework for dealing with change, especially during times like COVID. SOAP is the perfect acronym to remember what we need to do and install automatically, so that we do it automatically without even having to think about it, to guarantee that we have better results after a change or challenge than before we went into that change or challenge. And the SOAP framework has done that for me for decades, and I want to share it with and how it help as many other people as I possibly can as well. So that's the Get Up and Go challenge. Today was about wiping up and washing up our dirty minds, and that means cleaning up our limiting thoughts and beliefs, because we don't want to clean up the beliefs that are serving us and moving us toward what we want, but we definitely want to let go of some of the beliefs that are holding us back that we don't even know are holding us back. And I got a whole bunch of those. I didn't realize till I started looking into this and studying this more how many of those things that I actually hang on to and have been hanging on to and using as excuses for not doing some of the things I know that I can do, should do, and want to do, but I'm using them as a way of holding me back. A lot of me included have hang-ups with age, appearance. I can't do live video because I'm got a face that's not even fit for radio. I don't even have a voice that's fit for radio. So how can I do videos? I'm too old to do videos. I'm not and then you start the whole comparing yourself to everybody else on the planet, and you don't even know their story. You only know a little bit of what you see of them on social media, and we know that that's not the truth, right? I show up on social media every single day, but it's just one little piece or aspect of who I am, right? It's just a little bit of our personality. It's like believing that reality TV is real, or that we hear on the news and media is factual and real. It's ridiculous, yet we're so inundated with it, we tend to believe it, right? We tend to just fall in line with everybody else and believe the narrative. Then we never say, okay, well, maybe that's not even true. Maybe it's all made up. Guess what? It's all made up. Everything's all made up by somebody. So mindset and mental health is it's a biggie, and I'm spending more and more time on it since I started doing the Get Up and Go challenge. And during the pandemic, I've gotten to spend a lot more time being introspective and studying and learning and growing. I've done 2 reading challenges. Now, for a legally blind person, reading challenges are a big deal, right? And that's why I'm so attracted to the challenge that I'm in. I've just finished one. The challenges that I've done about reading, because it's allowing me to tweak the challenge and figure out and use it as a way to help me figure out, how do I need to do accommodations? How do I need to accommodate my personal situation? And we all need to do that, right? Most people don't have visual challenges, but they have some kind of other challenge. Maybe they have a time challenge. Maybe you have kids at home, you're working from home, and you are doing other things. And so it's challenging for you to figure out how you would do a reading challenge. For me, it just happens to be, physically, literally reading challenge. How do I do that? So I've had to do things to accommodate my particular situation. I've had to do audiobooks. I've had to have people help me. I've had to do Cliff Note versions. I've had to blow it up on the 62-inch screen TV. Whatever works. We find the tools, and I'm using it as a way to find the tools and the strategies and the things that I personally need to be successful with different things in my life and in what I want to do and how I want to show up. Fun challenge today was about will and skill. It was from Muhammad Ali, and I think anybody that's gotten in boxing, and this is my belief and mindset, banged in the head too many times, has an interesting way of looking at things. But he's definitely a wise man in some areas and aspects, and definitely has shown great skill and willpower in the achievements that he's had. And he actually said that you have to have skill and will, and I don't know, I kind of want to argue with that, because I think you have to have will. To me, is desire. You have to have a desire and a reason why you want to do something. But I've come to believe, as I've gotten older, that skills are all learnable. None of us are born with the skill to be a good boxer, right? I mean, more power to you, Muhammad Ali, but I don't think you were born to be a boxer necessarily. And maybe you were, because that was your calling, but each of us, I think we can learn those skills. If he had been exposed to, math and science, maybe he would have been a great scientist instead of a boxer. I think there's more involved than just that we're born with certain skills. But I believe we're born with certain skills and abilities, but I also know that we can tap into and we can learn. If we have the desire, anybody can learn and be and do and have anything that they want. So I might argue with that quote a little bit, but that's me. I like to argue with things and be the devil's advocate and say, okay, well, what about this? What if we looked at this from a different perspective? Sometimes that is good. Sometimes it just wastes a lot of time and energy on something that just doesn't matter. So challenges, obviously, Get Up and Go challenge, fun challenge will run through the rest of the year. Get Up and Go challenge, I have got to, it's day 27, so we're rounding out. We're less than a week away from concluding that. We'll go a little over 30 days, 31st for sure. And then we'll probably have a question and answer day after that. Then I have to decide, what do I want to do next? I don't want to mothball it, but I might. One of my favorite people and participants, she also does the reading challenge, by the way, Abel Beckford. We want to check her out. And if you're interested in the reading challenge or all the amazing things she does, ask in the comments below, and I will introduce you to her, because she's somebody that, if you are serious about your personal development and your career, she can really help you shortcut the process with her reading challenges and the power of reading. Every successful person that I've ever met or known has been somebody that learns from other people, and that means they usually read about them or read what other people have done or read a lot of books. Yeah, there are exceptions, but guess what? The vast majority of people do what is proven to be successful, and they almost all are readers. So that, and then I think I was talking about the mental health and personal development. I got sidetracked, but it doesn't matter. I'm just, next, what's next for the Get Up and Go Challenge? Get Up and Go Challenge, I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet what I want to do next. I want to really do another 30-day challenge before the end of the year. I know it's it's Halloween and then Thanksgiving and Christmas, but I don't think we stop growing and being ourselves and being more of ourselves just because there's a holiday or holidays involved. So I don't want to do November 1st through, I guess I'm already deciding myself. Anyway, what I was saying is Avil gave me the idea that I should, all these tools, my big list of tools, that I should do a tool a day. So maybe I'll share a tool a day between now and the end of the year, or maybe I'll just share a tool a day in November, and then I'll pick up and we'll do December 1st through 31st. I love to end the year strong. I would love to end, and I'm going to do it, whether I share it or not. I'm going to do another Get Up and Go Challenge December, I guess I just decided, December 1st through 31st, I'm going to do another Get Up and Go Challenge, 30-day challenge, for myself as well as for anybody that wants to join me. Because like I said, that we don't quit becoming who we're becoming just because there's holidays involved and there's activities and parties and all kinds of cool things. Guess what? The cool thing about the SOAP framework and the Get Up and Go Challenge is you can just make it and use it as part of your life. And once you've got it ingrained, once you've got that process, anything is possible. So I guess I just made my decision right here now, talking to you. Thank you for being here and listening, in terms of what's next for the Get Up and Go Challenge. So day 27, tomorrow we will talk about spiritual health. It seems like a lot of the areas are health related, right? Physical health, mental health, emotional health, spiritual health, financial health. And then you've got relationships, which is involved in anything and everything. And then contribution. What am I here to be? Who am I becoming? What am I here for? What's my purpose? Why am I on this planet? And what do I want to do outside of me? Most of these are inside of us, right? Except financial and relationships and contribution kind of involve other people. I guess they all can, right? There's so many gray lines around all this stuff. It's one thing I learned in college that has really served me well was the whole systems theory and a lot of things I learned in college. But what's really served me well is that situations dictate everything. You can't say this is the rule all the time. You always have to be open to what's actually going on in the current situation. What is the environment? What is the situation? What are all the players? Everything. And based on what the situation is, that's going to determine the course of action that you're going to take. And so situational leadership is one of those things that I learned really young in college and got to practice it throughout my career and throughout my business ownership. And it served me really, really well. I mean, we can do all the disc analysis, we can do all the analysis, we can do all the studies that we want, but we're still dealing with people, and people are unpredictable, right? Human beings are unpredictable. And so we have to always consider the situation. All right, that's enough rambling for today. Go out, have an absolutely amazing day. I will be with you tomorrow with another What You Up To Now update on what I'm doing as I've been transitioning from the brick and mortar world to the online world, from the corporate world to the online world, from the real world to the world of la la land and fantasy, doing what I want, when I want, where I want, with whomever I want, wearing whatever I want. All right, have a great day. I will be with you tomorrow.